Hi guys, welcome to Colouring Book Club. Thank you for being here this morning. Okay, yeah, alright, that was weird. It just had this little notify me and it's like, I am live. Thank you for being here this morning, guys. And I'm just bringing up chat. Good morning to you, Pam. I hope everything's well with you, sweetheart. Hello, Lisa. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. I'm trying to stay awake. Oh dear. Yeah, well, daylight savings has kicked in now, so we're an hour ahead, behind, whatever, you know what I mean? Lisa. So we've got Lisa Fitzpatrick and we've got Lisa Welch here this morning. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, so everything's running good. ABS is behaving this morning. Rooms of Wonder. Whoops, that went dark. Part 3. Let's continue. I'll have a sip of my coffee. Oh, I didn't go to bed till 4 o'clock this morning, so the brain was ticking over. Anyway, I might just warm up by doing a bit of the background, bit of yellow, bit of cadmium lemon. And what else was I using? A bit of gold deep as well. And I might use a little bit of just yellow. So I hope everyone's doing well and had a good week. Just need to wake up, warm up, and wake up. Oh, I need a bit of paper towel. That's what I'm missing, some green. Green. That's all it's called, is just green. And a little bit of black. One screen. What's been happening, guys? Anything exciting? You've been doing silly things like I have? Oh, I can't watch YouTube, I tell you. I was watching something yesterday and, yep, the usual. Go off researching and ordered a stamp from Tim Holtz, so they're not cheap at all. But it's got a cool skull on it. So, yes, I did. I ordered that. A couple of downloads of Etsy as well. Really macabre, really, really creepy. Really creepy. But they're cool. so many ideas for journals. I'd like to do like a case file one, you know, like a Sherlock Holmes kind of theme, or mystery case journal. What else? Lots of things. How was your week, Heather? Did you craft with Lady a few doors up? Did you do junk journaling? The Lady a few doors up has a cleaner that comes to do her house, and she's the one that does the art. And I did see her yesterday, and she's going to come on Friday. She couldn't come earlier when she was going to. Caught up with life and, you know, work and all the rest of it. But she's going to come on Friday and show me what she bought. She wants to go back on TMU. She's been really enabled. There's so much stuff she wants to get. And she's happy with everything. Apart from one die cut, she said that she couldn't get to cut properly. Put it through a few times, so she wants to try it on my die cut. So, because mine's adjustable, the pressure on it. So, I don't know, I might do a better job. I think it should. It is a memory keeper with an adjustable dial on it. So, we'll see how we go. I'm liking the colours just mixing through. Well, need more green, darker green up the top. It's awkward. I keep wanting to move my book. So yes, I did. I had 2 more orders for junk journal, teabag junk journals. So I got those done. And I planned on getting back onto my steampunk journal. But that didn't happen either. One thing led to another. And then I was having a smoke outside before stream and got it into my head that I want to go back in. I have 3 USB drives here, and they've got different, I don't know what artists, I don't know, Etsy download, digital downloads and things. And I'm pretty organised, but I still feel like it could be better. So, I'm thinking after stream that I'll go back in and just rename a few. And that's a big job. Pretty big anyway. B1, shut your bungle dog up. No gossip, haven't heard anything. Nothing exciting there. A little bit of black, make it dark. Good morning to you, Ben. Oh yeah, just grabbing breakfast. You try. It's funny how we get to and then she says, "No, I'm having toast." I don't know, but it's funny how we get to know stuff that we do. Do we even know what you have for breakfast? Oh, baby, shut up. Didn't even get to play with this. Like I said, I might finish the background. Didn't happen, obviously. Bit more green up there. Yeah, it's just a bit bright in there, but it's a good colour. Try to blend that out a little bit. It's nice to have some warm weather over the weekend. 25 and 28 on Sunday. Oh, it's just beautiful. And then yesterday, back to cold. Good morning to you, Ivy. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Clever swirl, hello. Oh, I love that. Ivy Pearl, clever swirl. Cool. What are you using to colour? I like the greens. Yes, everyone, please make Ivy feel very welcome. I am using White Nights watercolour, and at the moment I'm using a green, and it's a darkish green, and I love the colour of how that blends from the dark to the light. It's a very nice green. Anyway, that's the one I'm using a fair bit, and a bit of cadmium yellow, cadmium lemon, and a little bit of golden deep, but that's more around the outside. Oh, when I look at that now, pretty much, oh no, I see, there's a little bit there. Now, nice to go. up in here. So I want the different, like they're like on little islands, so I want them to be a completely different colour so they stand out a bit more. Where are you from, Ivy? Are you in America? Because a lot of, you know, YouTubers are. Or are you from the UK or somewhere? Or Australia? It's a beautiful palette. Oh, the White Knights are a beautiful coloured paint. They are very nice. And so's the price. Are you guys colouring along? No, I'm not. No, they just like to get in here and muck up and try and enable me and be naughty. Especially that Lisa Fitzpatrick, you gotta watch her. She tries to enable. She'll try and get you to buy stuff. Ain't you, Lisa? Nah, I love you to bits, girl. I love your cheekiness and miss it because you guys usually asleep. So we have two Lisas in cat Ivy, so you don't get confused. We've got Ivy Fitzpatrick, who's the naughty one. Now we have Lisa Welch. Isn't that right, chat? You're in South Central US. Well, I'm in Australia, and daylight saving just hit on Sunday, so our clocks went forward an hour. So the timing on my streams has adjusted for the next 6 months. Alright, bit up the top. Might make that a bit darker out here. I'm no watercolour expert. I just like dabbling. Something a bit different. I like these brushes though. This is the first time I've really used them for colouring, and they're quite nice. Seem to hold paint well and hold water well. There we go. don't follow along, I can't colour and chat, so I chat. Do you use watercolour for the entire page, or do you incorporate other mediums? At this stage, watercolour, paint, and then I think I might get out my watercolour pencils and just do all the fine details. And I'm slow. My my colouring's not quick. She does all sorts usually. I'm pretty new to colouring, less than a year. How long have you all been colouring? Oh goodness. Well, I've been colouring and drawing all my life, but to colour properly, probably, goodness me, I don't know. We're getting on 10 years. 2016, I think I really started getting into, like, they started bringing adult colouring books out. Good morning to you, B. Have you had your brekkie? I'm a few years, but I love collecting all the things, so you'd think I've been doing this my whole life. Yep. I come to you this week, free, finally. Good morning to you, Shelly. Sorry if I have seen in action lately. Been struggling a lot. My pressure apparently got into the dot. Oh, well, I hope you get that sorted out soon, girl. A long time for me. Yeah, you've been doing it a long time, B. B is our B's canvas. We call her B. She's the copy queen. She's got some. She hasn't coloured for quite a while. She's had other things going on, but if you check her channel out, she's amazing with copics. Yeah, I've been colouring and drawing all my life, and I used to always look out for colouring books, and always kids and everything. And then, yeah, I don't know, 2015, 16, whenever they started bringing out all the where's the indigo underneath? They started bringing out colouring books, and the big fad kicked off, and oh, look at that blue! It's just beautiful. That's indigo blue, and it's beautiful. Olive green in there. I really want to get the colours happening, like one of those other ones I did. Oh, I'm not sure if it was this one. Is that gone dark? Hello, light. Why is it gone dark? Don't know. Bit of a funny light. I've got the blinds up a certain amount to let the daylight in. And it is sunny out there. I don't think there's any cloud at the moment. But it can tend to play a bit of havoc. But yeah, as I was saying, I'd like to really mix in some different colours. What else will I use? So there's 36. Yeah, 36 in this set. So yes, I'll get. Yeah, I don't know. This is going to probably take a bit longer, but I'll get it done as much as I can with the watercolour paint, and it's also getting up, a bit of experience and things like that too. Because I'm not a watercolourist, so it's all learning curve. There's a blue down there. Maybe I'll do a blue over here somewhere. And then get out my watercolour pencils and the white Posca and have a bit of a play around with them too. What other colour do I use? I've had some. Quinacridone. I can't even read my own writing. Quinacridone, Cedrone, lilac. So here, let's show you the painting. New Subway Identical. Yes, we have a newbie and make her feel very welcome. It's cool. I love Copics. I haven't used mine in a colouring book though. Yeah, I hope if you haven't been colouring long, I don't know how much you know or anything about alcohol markers bleed. Make sure always use them backing behind your pages. And what else? Cold girls. If you want to know anything, just ask. Chat can help you out. Do you find that Copics work well in colouring books? They work beautifully if you look at B's work. I wouldn't try they bleed like alcohol marker. Yeah, no, they bleed through, so I only use them in books if they're single-sided. Yep. Yep. I do have alcohol markers. I have chameleon pens, which I love, but I don't use. Story of my life. You know what it's like, we all hoard. I'm looking for a dark. Oh, there's the violet. I wanted a darker purple. Well, yeah, I want it dark, but I don't know about that dark. Oh, that's nice. Blended with the crimson it's Cedrone, not Syndrome. It's Cedrone. Quinacridrone. Quina. Cedrone. Yeah, that's coming out. Oh, I wanted the dark purple and the lilac, and then into the lighter colour. nice to blend that purple out a bit maybe, but I don't really want to play with it because I like it. Now I want some dark colours in there, more intense. What else? Some really pretty colours here. Let's mix up. I was going to try a bit of golden. I like that one. Not with the quinosidrone. Some of the names they pick, where do they get these names from? So I've got golden deep and then I've got golden. So I'm using the golden at the moment. So you've got the light coming off the jars and the stars. So as I come out, I want to deepen that up. So that's quite orange. On the Titan red here is like a deep orange, but then when you use it on the book, quite bright. Oops, don't want to rip my page. Now I'm wondering if I use a bit of burnt sienna. Now that darkened it up. That's more the darker orange that I was after. Yep. I might do that again somewhere else. I quite like that. Oops, I think I smudged it. Should let it dry. Then I can put another coat on. Oops. The fumbles. Love the background, by the way. Thank you, Sherry. Did your footy team win? Mine lost the grand final, the idiots. I don't use mine too often. Just taking the lids on and off repeatedly. I'm going to check out your work. Oh, enjoy. Still can't get my craft room still a bed in there, so I have to wait. Move it out before I can even sit at my desk again. Oh. Haven't coloured in a while and kids still haven't come back to streaming. Oh dear. Raining about, we're too busy and need some inspiration. Just a passing luck. Yes, it will pass. It will pass. Now, I like that orange, and I think with the burnt sienna and the Titan red, which is like an orange, glare from the light. I have to sit back to see what I'm doing. I'm enjoying colouring this with watercolour actually. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm slow. I'm not a watercolourist, so it's all learning curve and all the rest of it. So there's Quinacridone Lilac and Quinacridone Rose. Okay. I've got blue over there and I've got a brownie colour over there. What else will I use? Try a bit of Madder Lake. And if I don't like it and it dries, then I'll use something else. It's a red, but I don't know, not deep enough. Not a deep enough red for what I really would like. Just looking at what colours I could use. It's a really bright yellow, which is cadmium yellow medium. Probably ruin it. Put a bit of olive in there. But I just want to bring back the brightness of that yellow just a bit. Suppose we have a bit of glow going on to the next mushroom. Cerulean blue. I've got a blue there and a blue there. I'll come back here. I like purple and blue together. Yeah, my God, I'm holding the brush that soft. I keep dropping it. Got a blue there. That's alright. I might have to get what's it? I know what it is. Just backing. I'll keep looking. And some green. Oh, that's a pretty colour. Get a cerulean blue and just a tiny bit of the green. Gives it a bit of an aqua colour. I'm doing this and I was going to say, well, I'm doing this and enjoying it, but I'm actually looking forward to getting out my watercolour pencils as well. No, lifestyle. Go away. The only thing about watercolour paints, you add the colours and you need to wait for it to dry. When you add more on, so you have to go and work somewhere else. Move around your page. Good morning to you, Brittany. What's going on, girl? It's a heaps of chat. Oh, Karen's a blessing to have met me today. It's quite a journey. Yeah. Oh, mine was a feisty full of teen, I love it. Yeah, hopefully that never happens, but she must. Sorry, still have to do this. Apple support live chat yesterday because I found from Safari it was taking too long. No worries, Sherry. What are you cooking us? Beef stew, anyone? I read that one. I'm gonna sweeten. I'll throw some palade biscuits in the oven. Ah. Oh my god, Bill, just stick your page. All I can say is wow. I first bought watercolour paints in July. I'm trying to learn how to use them. I got almost all Daniel Smith with a few Winsor and Newton and Holbein. Whoa, you've got some good ones there. Faber-Castell Super from Karen Diaz. I'm not looking to I hate them so much. It's stupid people, stupid system. Yeah, I hate Apple on like Pam. I was using Intent yesterday. Oh, nice. I love playing with watercolour too. Had so much fun. What brand of watercolour pencils do you use? Well, I have some Albert Dürer there. Faber-Castell Albert Dürer. I think I've been hooked into junk journaling. Oh, I'm gonna think what I've got. It's ridiculous. And a few other brands. And I'd honestly have to look. Yeah, do it intensive. Good. But yes, that is correct. They are actually an ink, and they do not reactivate once they are dry. So Ivy, if you don't do it intense, I just got the Faber-Castell Albert Dürer last week. They are great so far. Of course, there is a learning curve. Yeah, they are great. I haven't used them very much. But yeah, like Brittany was saying, that do it intense. They're awesome. But once you use them and they dry, they don't reactivate like a watercolor does, because they are actually an ink pencil. Can you recommend a good budget brand, Sherry? Reactivate them all away. The intense are the ones that don't reactivate. Yep. Similar to for watercolor paints, I would recommend looking at the YouTube brand watercolor paints in the tube, since they make all their paints in Brooklyn. Their intents are permanent on fabric too. Yep. You guys have got it under control. Chat away and I shall get on with my colouring. Ha ha ha. Takes a bit long enough as it is. Did I leave one undone? Not finished? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Colours, colours, colours. Yep. Excuse me. Yellowish green. And yes, if you want neon and glow, yellowish green will do it. It's very, very bright green. I'm just wondering what I can subdue it with a bit. I'll try a bit of olive. I like that. That was pretty. Cat hair. I like that. I can do that again. So yeah, it's a very, very bright mushroom. Stands out in the crowd. try some ultramarine deep. Doesn't say deep ultramarine, it says ultramarine deep. Wow, it's not what I was expecting actually, even for the swatch. That's probably because I grabbed the emerald green. Now we'll try ultramarine deep. Oh, yeah. I want to play that one some more. Oh, I want to do that again. That's nice. So I must have used cerulean earlier. Move it down here. And then do more water. And then I used a bit of emerald green. And then I used a bit of indigo. Oh, shut up, Bailey. Van Gogh, Van Gogh, whichever, are amazing for their price point. What are you using, Heather? I forgot to ask last week. I'm using White Knight watercolour paints. I'm back. I grabbed an ice cream sandwich. Oh, I got addicted to them this summer. Oh, yum. I looked at what other people on the internet have said about the blending card, and they say this cardstock paper makes it easy to blend their alcohol markers on. Plus, yeah, it doesn't. Brittany, I used it at the start, but found better paper, less expensive. Yeah, I'll do a red. Yeah, I guess so. I'll do a red down here. Need like a Tuscan, I want like a Tuscan red or something. I mean, there's enough paints here, you know, 36 colours. You can make a lot of new colours, but yeah, like a Tuscan red. We got like brown, not like nice browns here, and there's an English red. But when you look at it here, it's more like yeah, umbers sort of reds. Yeah, umber brown reds. But yeah, like a really terracotta Tuscan red kind of colour. But like I said, there's 36 colours there, and I knew what I was doing. I should probably make it up. So one thing with watercolours, you make up a beautiful colour, and then you run out and you need to mix it and make some more. And can you get it exactly the same? Well, if you remember what you use, it's a possibility. And if you know what you're doing and you're experienced at watercolours, which I am not, oh, well, I did the ground down there, I suppose. I could do that again. I feel like I haven't got enough room here. It's ridiculous. I keep wanting to push my book. Loads of a copy, so it's Strathmore Bristol Smooth. I just bought some copy paper, but I haven't tried it yet. The Ravenscroft books and the Christine Karen books. That would be fine, but there is the mixed media, which is a little rougher, but worked pretty good. This would be the cover copy paper. Some of that's they have recommended on their own YouTube channel when it comes to PDF colouring papers. So when you print paper out, you're free to choose what you want. And it's one-sided, and you don't have to worry about bleeding or anything else. Chromium oxide green. So, done the ground down here, but the mushrooms look like they're just sitting there. So that's when I want to get out the watercolour pencils and do some shading and stuff underneath them so they don't look like they're growing out of thin air. And watercolour paints, you can do the same thing. You just gotta let it dry before you go back. So Lisa Fitzpatrick, are you still there or did you fall asleep? Love you. So I'll put a bit of shadow under there so those mushrooms don't look like they're growing out of thin air. But I just want to go back in and can't really, have to wait till it dries. I also, wait, oh hang on, this is one colour. Don't have that. I think that was violet. But in a world of fantasy, you know, you can have violet ground, grass. I like the dark. I like the sepia and the olive greens and that together. This is weird. I keep heading that way in my chair and the book's going that way. Yeah, I like the olive green and the sepia and chromium oxide. Oh, speaking of, yeah, well, confession time. I was looking for that stamp with a skeleton from Tim Holtz and I found it. But I actually got it on Craft Online because it was actually cheaper than there than some of the other places, let me tell you. But I've been wanting some distressing refill gathered twigs. I haven't been able to get it. No, I don't want to go and buy this little bottle of refill and then they charge you $10 for delivery on top or whatever. That's just ridiculous. But anyway, I found the skeleton, this clear stamp from Tim Holtz that I wanted. I found that. And it was on Craft Online at a decent price compared to some of the others. And I thought, well, while I'm here, I'll have a look. Oh, they've got the refilling gathered twigs, distress ink. Awesome. Grabbing that too while I'm here. That was meant to be. See, I go hunting for this skeleton stamp, clear stamp. And I got my gathered twigs refill. So while I was in there, I ordered a couple of more oxides. I found, I went to the op shop the other day and I found this white plastic drawers. I've been a good girl. What's the time? It's 10:03 and I haven't shown anything till now. I don't know where I'm going to put it. It's getting out of hand. So I spent 2 days, just nearly 2 days, organising the front room again because I found a 12 by 12 photo album, put my scraps in that and a couple of other things. But this thing here, which is like 3 drawers, there you go, was $4 at the op shop. And I look at it and I thought, what's wrong with it? Anyway, I managed to get the top. I wanted to clean it up and whatever and wipe the drawers out. And I got the top drawer out, but do you think I could get the next 2 out? And even this one was, but anyway, I've put all my distress inks in there. And then I've got my oxide sprays and there, but I've ordered 3 more of these. But as you can see, like, that's full. And I like my colours laid out. I don't like them upright because gravity. And you can't see the colours. I do like them flat. So that drawers, and I have to leave a bit of a gap at the back, otherwise I can't get them out. It's too tight. I want to be able to just, grab them out, get my fingers in there and grab them out. So I've got that there. I've ordered a couple more oxides. And then I've got my other ink pads. So now all my ink pads are together. But as you can see, it's pretty full. So I've got a couple of oxides coming, and it's like, uh-oh. Yeah, I'm going to fit them in. They're going to have to sit on top of my distress inks. And I literally spent hours with those stupid drawers, rearranging, putting them up right. No, don't like it like that. I can fit more in the top drawer, but then they're too tight. I can't get them out, and I can't get the ones right at the back out. I have to leave a gap. So I put them back the way I first had them. Then I tried them upright, and I thought, I can't see the colours. The ink, gravity, I don't know why the storage tins that Tim Holtz makes, they're upright. Well, all the ink runs down to that end of the pad. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. And I like them flat because you can see all the colours and just pick them out. So, dilemma, hours later, after I'd rearranged them, put them back the way they were, tried again, nah, don't like that, put them back the way they were. So, yeah, hours later. Playing around with these bloody drawers. But yeah, now I've ordered a couple more. So I've got to squeeze them in somewhere. Oh, smells so yummy. Mirrorless cameras that can also do videos. In them up. I'm definitely not an expert on those, so me either. I suck at distress inks. Just a bit of practice. Heather, what watercolour are you using, please? I'm using White Nights, 36 set of White Nights watercolour paint. And talking about distress and distress inks and all that stuff, with all the junk journaling and teabag journals I've made and everything, let me tell you, I'm getting bloody good at it. If I don't say so myself. The blending and all, yeah. Inking edges and all that, all, yeah, getting a lot better. Just for example, this is my steampunk journal that I haven't been able to get onto for weeks. But I've got heaps to do. Like, I mean, you want it grungy and I want it old looking and that, so, you get, like, ink the edges up and all that sort of stuff. That's all easy. And just getting it to look like old paper, dirty and old and grungy and, used, and see on here. Which is really simple. Just to get blotchiness and stuff like that. That's easy. Or if you just want to get a bit of smoothness in there as well and all that sort of stuff. This thing here. Right, so she flips up. So it's got grungy ink stains on it, and then you got spray on the inside, and this has got magnets. But it's super cool. You take that off. That's a hidden paper clip in there. So you've got that there. You know, I'm not a journalist, but you can, you know, journal on it, write on it, do whatever you want. So that's a paper clip in there. Right, so that slides back on. And then this flips up and flips out. And this thing here, I didn't have a paper bag the right size, so I grabbed it like a Safeway brown shopping bag, and I had to make it up to fit. This is awkward. Had to make it up to fit. Anyway, I made faux leather out of a paper bag, so it's actually got like Safeway green writing on the inside, and it's an old grungy bag, and it's a hidden spot. And then you open it up and you can put stuff in it. So I had to make that from scratch because I didn't have the tutorial I was watching. She had a bag that fit. Lucky her. Well, I had to make one from scratch. So I had to fit it to the base, I had to glue it. I had to get the folds right like a paper bag does, get the folds and everything, and fold it over and make sure it didn't rip. I reinforced the top to make it a bit better. Anyway, so that flips shut like that. That slips on there like that. So it's a hidden bag in there, but you wouldn't know if I didn't tell you. And then you got your flippy up here, and then you open that up, and then I've got this little journal. This is love vellum. This is vellum, and then see, this has got like coffee stain paper, and then it's got some pictures and more coffee stain, and like this has got, I'm pretty sure it's forest moss just up, you know, so it's old and looks grungy and stained and used, and then I got this map in the middle and made that grungy and old, and anyway, so yeah, using distress inks, yeah, getting quite experienced at it. Coffee stain, and I've got heaps to do, and now that I've opened it up looking at it, I want to play with it, and it folds a few different ways. I'm going to cover that yet and do some other, got heaps to do in it yet. And it's got pockets down here. It's got pockets down here that need to be glued. And it folds a few different ways too. It's just, yeah, that's pretty cool. But that's not leather, it's paper. And I made a big sheet of it, and it wasn't enough, so I had to make more up. And that's made up with distress ink and hair conditioner and water. So just I'll be please practicing those cute and cozy adult colouring books that have just one big image, pages on its own, just print a single side. It's Tuesday, people. That's a good idea, Brittany. Like one of those books that I never colour in. Yeah, a practice book. And I have bought a practice book or two in my time, and it's like, but all papers are different and mediums react differently and that, so I gave up on that idea totally. But I had a couple of, you know, more books. Are you referring to the wooden drawers that some artists keep their art supplies, especially coloured pencils, in for storage? Nice journal, Heather. Thank you very much, Ivy. Looks great, Heather. You've nailed the old paper look. Thank you very much, Peg. Looks awesome, Heather. Thank you, B. Thank you, guys. Amazing job. Oh, I forgot. Looks like Nani will be having surgery next week or the following week. She has to have a big cyst removed. Yeah, God love her. But it's good that you're getting stuff out of it, because that's a pretty good sign, actually. Oh. A pre-morning, guys. B has sent me a photo of Nani's cyst. So if you're a bit squeamy, you might want to look away. I mean, it might not look that bad, but I'm just giving you a heads up. Okay. Yeah. God love her. Yeah, alright, there she's got, there you go. God love her. And it's on the back of her neck, which is kind of good because she can't lick it. She might be trying to scratch it and that, but she can't lick it. There you go, guys. I did give you a warning. There you go. God love her. They'll get it. They'll get that out. It's just good that you get, it's not hard, you know, like a hard, solid lump or anything like that. It's getting stuff out of it, so that's a pretty good sign. There's 2 picks. It's not bad. It just looks sore. Yeah, ouchie. Yeah, yeah. So, God love her. All right. So we were talking about distress inks. So yeah, that's my effort on distress inks. But inking edges and getting, you know, evenness without the circles and marks and all that. Yeah, I've kind of got that down pat. Depending on, you know, I mean, with grungy stuff like that, you want it patchy, you want it grungy, you want it looking dirty and yuck. And then my horror journal over there with the stuff, the little booklet that's in there, which I absolutely love. That was a fair bit of ink used on that one to make the paper look really old, and that was, you know, but it turned out awesome. I'm just trying to think, you know, like colours, colours that I can mix up. A bit of bright green, which is the yellowish green, and I don't know, I'll try some olive green with it. That's alright. That's what I was doing. So that's a nice kind of mint, light mint kind of green. There you go, I lasted an hour and then it was show and tell. Gotta have a show and tell. But yeah, I'm loving that, using the inks. And there's so many different things I want to do. Brain overload, let me tell you. But so many different ideas and different things. Oh, look at that. That looks awesome. Oh. Go and hunt it down. And texture paste. I wanted some texture paste. So when I went to GuyStar, had a look, they've got a bit of like a bargain basement shop. They've got some art supplies and stuff in it. Not the cheapest place to go, but I'm not going all the way to Geelong or anything. And they had some stuff in there, but they didn't have actual texture paste. They had impasto, which you use with paint. You thicken up acrylic paint and get texture and use a palette knife and make texture and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, so they had modelling paste and a few other things, you know, do similar things, and I'm looking at them all and don't want it transparent, I want it opaque, and I want it matte, I don't want it glossy, and oh god. Anyway, I ended up buying this bloody big 500ml tub, which was $26. And it's like, yeah, well, it says texture and blah, 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 so I can make it work. Doesn't say whether it dries opaque or transparent or whatever. I tested it last night because when I got my skeleton stamp or skull stamp or whatever, and my gathered twigs, you get a certain amount and you get free delivery, and it's like, oh well, I can think of a couple other things. Texture paste. Oh, look at that. $13.99, $14.99, and then they have crackle paste as well. So I was like, I'll go on YouTube and check them out, see what they're like. So here I am on YouTube checking out texture paste and checking out crackle paste. One was $13.99, the other one was $14.99, and I've already spent $26. And it's like, well, they dry opaque. I could probably mix a bit with the other and blah, 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 blah. So yes, I got one of them. I got one each of them too. One crackle paste, which looks really cool when it's dry. Looks like dry, dried mud, cracked when there's a drought, no rain. And the texture paste, which is thicker than the impasto. So, oh my god, what am I going to do with all this stuff? I need to use it. Like, it's ridiculous. Out of control. You'd think I was rich. Oh, I'm not. I'm on disability pension, so I don't go anywhere and I don't do anything. I don't drive my car much. So all my money goes on bloody art supplies. And I spent 2 days rearranging my room. Oh, and I have a TMU order as well. Some more brads and some more bulb pins and a few other bits. More clear stamps. A couple of embossing folders. Yeah. You want to do one project and, it's like, well, I need that, and then you do something else. And it's like, oh, well, I've got to do that. And it's like, oh, look, they've got a gear embossing folder, or they have like a Halloween embossing folder, or die cut. I've got mushrooms stickers, and I've got embossing folder with mushrooms on it, I think. But I didn't have any die cuts, so I got some die cut mushrooms on TV. It's just... Oh, stop. Stop. So what I'll do, yeah, I'll go on, I'll find that bloody skull, and I thought that looks awesome. So I'll grab that. It's Tim Holtz, so yeah, not cheap. So I'll blend that in a bit. That's another bit on it. Oh, hang on, I missed a bit. It's always the way. Missed that bit. Oh, what's wet? Oh. Yeah, I've got red mark there. But the pictures I got last night, oh god, they're creepy. A bit too creepy. They're going to cut a football shape of skin out, remove it, and sew it back. We waited for it. Get excited about it. Where's the middle between you two? Is that a decent place to meet for you to stay? Well, B's on the other side. The city is about the middle of us, but I don't mind having to meet up here. I've been waiting for Heather to visit. I know, like, oh, B, don't. I know. I've been going to come down for so long. I know. will get there. Days just, I don't know, they fly by. One thing after another. I'll probably have to get an E-tag too, B, will I? To come over your side. Is that underneath? Okay. Yeah, that's land. Oh, I'm getting a bit of cloud coming over, I think. It's a beautiful blue morning out there, but maybe it won't stay that way. Yes, I have to get down there. Might as well wait till January now. It's supposed to be 20 today, which is okay outside, but it is cool inside, and I'm trying to refrain from putting the heater on, but yeah, I don't know. Might have to switch it on. It's cold. Oh, yeah. All I can think about is, I know I should have gone down and seen Benny Bone. I should have come down to see you by now. I forgot this bit in here. Oh, well, jumped out of my skin. Skitties across the page. Send more photos. Oh, but his blanket's almost finished. Let's check up. Oh, look at it. There's B's blanket. It's nearly finished. It's looking good, isn't it? That looks great. Well done, girl. Let's just do, doing some crafting, and this is just it. Like, I know I'm a colouring channel, and but we do other stuff as well, don't we? Love my colouring, always will. Not sick of it. I miss it. sometimes, but get to incorporate and do a lot of stuff with junk journals too. So anyway, you got to do what you love and enjoy. I want that go back down. That's a bit. Is it? Don't know. He's going to have to wear one collar code shown around the head. Stats most crafts pot on AliExpress. Loyal customer. I get emails with sneak peeks. Yeah, I haven't shopped on AliExpress for a long time, and as you know, a few weeks ago, and all these different emails because they're from different shops. It's like they used to do that. I didn't get heaps of emails like that, and it's like, oh god, that drove me up the wall. Shout the other way into the middle of the neck and the cone rubbing the area. Because they're scam sellers. Yes, Heather, but you can buy weekend passes online. Yeah, I know. Plus, some people living here in the US couldn't get their money back from it after they found out they were buying whatever from a scam seller. Yeah, or is a pass for me. Oh, where there are some, but the company refunds the money, the parcel doesn't arrive, or I'm not happy on the price, risking get a heap of bits as opposed to buying one stamp from a big brand seller. Dollar General, Models, Hobby Lobby, Amazon have become a go-to. Yeah, you enjoy that for us, Sherry. How we'd all love to come over and go shopping with all at all those places with you, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and Blick, and yeah, absolutely. Yesterday I got a full refund from Temu for one of their sellers selling me 4 smaller size containers that would be used for storage, dry sealing, or what there are pictures for the sale page. Yep. Temu told me to keep containers. Yep. We have none of your options. Shipping fees are crazy here. Yeah, well, I watch Treasure Books for their journals. She's got a list of journals that need to go to America, and she's got no idea how to get them there. And depending on the size of it, you got the $80 flat fee now, and all, you know, which I don't think, apparently, according to someone else, doesn't apply to small parcels. But you know, they were from suspending sending parcels to USA, and then apparently last week or so they lifted it and they were sending again, and then I saw a couple of other things and they suspended again or something, and it's like whatever. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't affect me, thank God, personally. Thanks, taking a bit, but worth it. It looks so good. It does. It looks terrific. It's like buy some coloured pencil stock at a good price. Careful to buy from. Source. Since I know there are scams, there's scammers everywhere. The world is full of the scumbags. And that's what they are. They're leeches. They're scumbags. Especially preying on the elderly and stuff. They're just, they're disgusting. I'd put a bullet in their head. They're just a waste of fresh air as far as I'm concerned. Get a life. Get a real job. Leave people alone. Stop being greedy. All that sort of stuff. To be honest, there are so many scammers, thieves, murderers, and bad people just trying to keep yourself safe. See what I mean? There you go. Pam said it in one. Pencils from a famous, at least here in the USA, and I'm probably, yep. Are you still with us, Ivy? Hope we didn't scare you off. Yep, I'm slow. Here we go. Clouding over out there. I wonder what, I can't remember what's for brekkie this morning. I'm not a brekkie person, but I've been enjoying the breakfast from Light and Easy. Except it's like, damn, I ordered an egg. I've got to cook a poached egg. That means I've got dishes. I don't want to do that. Bit of brown. Bit of Mars brown. Let's mix all these colours together and get mud. Doesn't matter that it's mud because it's the ground. See how dark? Is it Mars brown? Like it looks really dark. And in the swatching it's quite light. So it's this one here. And look at the colour of it. Like it's not it's nothing like the block of paint. Where's the cat? He might be outside. I've got the door open for him, but I'm just thinking about shutting it and putting the heater on because let me tell you, it's quite cool. Bit of umber. Oh, I can't wait to get my hair cut, but I'll have to wait to get closer to AC/DC concert, then I'll get it done. But the fringe is long, it's driving me up the wall. And it keeps catching on the hinges on my glasses. Just that one hair, and you know how much it pinches? The chrome oxide is probably the grassiest kind of green. This is a good one for learning like shading. Hey Sherry, how did you go with your picture with your big moon? Have you made any progress with it? You haven't shown me. Where's that? I have to scoot, ladies. Bye, Sherry. Thank you for the loyal. I have to scoot, ladies, but thanks for the loyal, lovely chat. Your picture looks great, Heather, and thank you much for the sub, Ivy. Very true. You are assumed to be an elegant target, so extra good. Have a good evening, Sherry. Enjoy your, is it stew? Casserole, stew, something. Sorry, girls. Sorry, darling. I can't remember. Or something like that. But I'm sure it'll be yummy. And your biscuits too. You stuck some biscuits in the oven. Get some shadow happening under these leaves. See a bit of sky or background, whatever it is. That I missed. So 2 more islands to go. Some little one, get your stuff. Oh, that alarm went off this morning. It's like, I don't want to get up. But I lied there for a few minutes. It's like, you're going to go back to sleep. I don't have a few minutes because when I stream, I get up at 8 o'clock. I've got an hour to get everything done. Turn the camera on and get out my art supplies, and which I don't do the night before because of a certain little four-legged thief. So I bought, when I got the impasto, I bought, she did have black cardstock. I was hoping she would, I wasn't sure. Anyway, there is black cardstock there, so I bought 2 big sheets of black cardstock. And I also bought, I said, how much is that black felt? She goes, oh, she said, same as the plain $2.50 because I haven't put, like, she's got glitter there, they're $3, and the plain colours are $2.50. Because I'll charge you $2.50 because I've got plain there and it's plain. But it's a black felt. And a big sheet of that. So I grabbed that. Come home, doing a few things up the front room. Had to leave, I don't know whether I went to the loo or put the kettle on. I don't know, whatever I was doing. I heard something. It's like, what the hell is he up to? And I had him upright. Just standing upright against, well, trolley thing. And I left out and I go up there. And yep, he's put a couple of claw marks into one of the sheets of black cardstock. And it's like, I just got them home. They were upright when I left the room, and then I had a couple of claw marks in one of them. Yeah, little shit. And then when I went to the op shop, a long time ago, there was a black photo album there. It's got black cardstock in it, and it's got black glassine paper between each page. Anyway, I don't know. I saw it, a year or so ago, whenever, a long time ago. And I thought, what am I going to use it for? And I thought, nah, I don't know what I'm going to use it for. And so I didn't get it. The other day, I was thinking about it again. I thought, what's the chances of it still being there? Well, it was. I'm pretty darn sure it's the same one. Had $7 on it, and I'm not paying $7 for it. So I have a confession there. I took that off. It's been here for a long time. I'm darn sure it's the same one. I'm not paying $7 for it. It's been here for a long time. So I took that off. So confession. And then I went up with my other stuff and I said there's no price on it. She goes, oh, I have to check. I suppose with the boss or whatever. And she goes, oh, $4. And I went, yeah, alright. Confession done. Anyway, so I brought that home and that took me a while and got the X-Acto knife or whatever and sliced through the pages and separated the black cardstock from the black glassine paper and had a few off-cut strips sitting there. He's come in the room and I'm sitting on the floor. I'm right there. Anyway, he walked over and he walked on top and it's like, yeah, I know what he's like. He just couldn't dig the claws in. And I've been around cats all my life and, body language and all that, and I just know him. It's like, I just walk and just sit on it or whatever. He'll do something. He'll do something. So, yeah, the few bits of off-cuts and stuff I had there and spotted that and he sort of, put his foot. But he doesn't just put his paws out. He's got to, like, test everything with his teeth and he's got to test everything and dig the claws in and he's a little horror. Anyway, so, he's tried to grab a piece of the offcut. And it's like, nah, because I knew what was going to happen. Straight away, he's going to dig those claws into that bloody glassine, which is like tissue paper. Then next to it, and go the claws. I sort of lifted him up a little bit so he was off it. Anyway, there's a couple of claws in the glassine paper, and it's like, I hope that didn't go through to the other sheet. And luckily, somehow, it didn't. You just got the one sheet. It's like, oh, for God's sake, cat. Oh, I'm sorry. You're just trying to have some fun, I know, but it's not like I'll get any more black glassine in a hurry. Like, Devil Destroyer! Missed some background here that I'm just doing. I was going to do this one down here, call it quits for the day, but I've got a bit of background here that just needs to be done. Here's a little bugger. It's like, well, stops. That is what I noticed. He used to live in stream, wasn't it? How much just get different prices per month to be able to have access to. I meant to say that instead. Well, my comment is lost now. Look up better. Little thief. Oh yeah. Sorry, got distracted then. Forgot. I had to do shopping. is a little thief. Yeah. Love him to bits, but I want to wring his little neck sometimes. If it was one thing, I wish his tail would stay fluffy all the time. I tell you, when he fluffs that tail up, it's like it's like a raccoon. So cute. I wish it was like that all the time. I love it when he does that. Those red marks there are going to annoy me. I'll find a way to cover them up somehow. So many projects I want to do, but now after mucking around with that USB downloads last night, it was late. I had a few to do, and the names on the folders, and just change a couple of things around. I got the name on the zip of the artist in case anything goes wrong and I lose it, and they're on my USB. I've taken them off the computer. I don't need them on there, just on the USB. Excuse me. And then the folders themselves, I've sort of got the artist or supplier's name or whatever on them, and it's like I don't really need them on there. I've got them on some and not others, and that annoys me. OCD coming out of me. And then, yeah, like I said before stream, I was having a smoke and I thought about it. I thought I really want to tidy them up and get them. I don't really need their names. I'll keep their name of who the zip belongs to because they're in their own folders anyway. But I don't need them on the folder that's got the actual images and stuff in them. So I'm going to go back in, go through all those folders. I have 21 different folders now from like 21 different suppliers, and then what's in them. There's one there that's got 25. Another one's only got a few. But it's going to annoy me. I like to be organised. And then my notes are getting a bit scribbly, which I was hoping to keep neat, but as usual, it's getting messy. So do I write them out again, fix them up as well, while I'm at it. You cannot get away from AI, I tell you. Like, the images look amazing. But they're AI. And it's like, oh, I give up. Like, the images look great. It's not colouring, it's not colouring book. It's public domain, a lot of it, like commercial use, a lot of some of the pictures. So I give up. The images are cool, they're good, they look okay, whatever. They're not expensive. Some of them are. Oh no, I didn't want, not the purple. No, not purple. Wow. I don't want that green. Oh, might be a bit bright. It's a beautiful green, but unless you mix it with a brown or something, it's too bright. As in, yeah, it's good with that because I've got another colour there. Well, I get to play with, well, I've done the background now, I guess. I've got the mushrooms and that to do, but I can probably get out the pencils and start doing stuff like that. Get into the nitty gritty. Thank you everyone for being here today. It was lovely to have you join us, Ivy. I hope you're still with us. I did say earlier you're still with us. I hope we didn't scare you off. I think Lisa Fitzpatrick might have fallen asleep. Lisa Welch, she went quiet. So I'm waiting to arts folders and all images have names on them. Yeah, they're not printed out or anything. They are in folders. Yeah, I've got all that. I've done all that. Unfortunately, so much is AI. I think it's a cute animal reel, and then feeding out. I can't believe anything anymore. I know. Yeah, it is. It's getting out of control. So I've got 3 USBs here. I've got one wholly and solely for Tracy because she's got cool stuff, and there's a lot of freebies too. Like I got 64 pages of ephemera last night, freebies, which was just amazing. And there's just so much stuff. There's like postage stamps and labels and tags and butterfly. There's 64 pages of a lot of cool stuff, and that was free. But then I bought the Halloween. What is it? The criminal type, which is like mugshot, like like for crime case and stuff like that. They're pretty cool. And then you got creepy portraits. And let me tell you, they are macabre. They are really super creepy. A bit, yeah. I mean, I like horror and stuff, but they are creepy. But they're cool. It's not, yeah. I've got a bit of a, in the creepy department. It's like some stuff is really just a bit too creepy. These are too creepy, but they're cool. I'm not making any sense, am I? And then I've got horror, vintage horror, Halloween horror portraits or something, and they got cool stuff in them too. So I've got 3 USBs here, and let me tell you, they're not. One of them's nearly full. That one's nearly full. That one's got 64 gig on it, and I think this one's got 29 gig or something, and 9 artists on it. This one's got This one's got 1 artist. This one's got 13, 9 or something. No, that one's got 9 or 10 on it. That one's got about 13 on it. Something like that. And there's 21 of them anyway. Different people. So, yeah. It's pretty organised. It's just that I don't need the name. I've got the name on the artist name on the zip folder. I don't need it on the yellow folder contents. And I haven't got their names on the actual pictures in the folder. So anyway, just that bit of time. It's just got to be organised. It's going to bug me. I need to fix it. Yeah, it is hard. It's very hard. Alright, see the sun's come out and the light on that. I'm sorry guys, it's really... Absolutely, it's bright and colourful. I would rather it was more like dark foresty, glowy, sort of, maybe. But it's okay. It's alright. I haven't finished yet. Stay tuned for part 4. But it is colourful. Just needs detail. Love you all. Take care of yourselves. Have a good week. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. All that sort of stuff. You know. Thank you very much for being here, everyone, today. And take care of yourselves. Bye.